Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Midwest Winston Cup Series presented by Excellipath. Here we are, Season 1, round number 15. Hey, this is the last round before the playoffs, and so some of the guys, it's time to do or die time, and we're here at Richmond Raceway tonight, and pretty good night for racing. Relatively cool out there, 78-degree air temperature, winds 2 miles an hour. That track temperature is only 78 degrees. Might make things a little bit interesting out there tonight. And so here we go. And got a couple of guest commentators with us tonight, Gino Morrow and JD Green. How you doing, guys?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Good. How are you, Tony?
Yeah, man. Glad to have you back in the booth with us here tonight. And we got a few minutes to go here before the practice session is over. And before we get going too far here, let's take a look at the standings where we are right now. And of course, we're Winston Midwest Series presented by Excellipath, and let's see where those standings are. Of course, Kyle McCoy, yeah, he's had a very commanding lead in the series, and it's just been his series, has been his season, no doubt. Nate Lynch, who's actually not here tonight, in second place, followed by Riley Davenport. Is Riley out there? I didn't even notice him. I don't even see him out there. And
Riley Davenport had some technical difficulties with his steering wheel again. So
oh man, okay. Well, I mean, they're locked into the playoffs anyway, so I guess that's lucky for Riley. But no, of course, Dylan Glass fourth, Max Ward fifth, Trey Jackson in sixth, Derek Offerman seventh, Christopher Wade eighth, Patrick Hasty ninth, Mike Lynch 10th, Brian Chu 11th, and Brian Lynch is in that 12th spot. Steve Anderson's right there on the outside looking in, and this may be his last chance to try to make that cut before they go to the playoffs. Speaking of the points, you can clearly see Kyle McCoy is just run away with that. 42 points total, and the only other guys actually it was just Nate Lynch and Riley Davenport. Looks like Patrick Hasty made it into double digits with 11 points there. Everybody else is still in the single digits. Dylan Glass is just about there with 9 playoff points, and so I guess every little bit helps, but only one more race to try to get as many points to carry over into those playoffs. And if we were to look at it right now, after 14 races complete, if they were to start right now, you'd see Nate Lynch trailing by 34 points. Davenport would be right there, and fairly tight standings there. As you go further down, it's a little further back, but it's from second and third place, there is obviously pretty tight right now between Nate Lynch and Riley Davenport. But that's pretty much where we stand with that right now. So, yeah, guys, let's just head on down to the track here and see who's on track. Hello, Derek Offerman.
But yeah, earlier in this practice session, it seemed like cars were getting loose around this track. So, as people are coming into the race lobby, or should I say practice lobby at the moment, the track's very slick, it seems like, as you can see. Car on the screen there. I think that was Kyle Hall that got a bit loose and had to go down to the almost the apron, the back straightaway. And it was Kyle Hall.
Yeah, there he is. He's still getting a little loose there, coming out of 4. I saw. Wow.
Yeah, so it's probably not about quality position. It's just about being patient and understanding this track and mainly respecting it and trying not to put your foot down on it, because if you try to just keep your foot in it, you'll spin and get loose. And
oh boy, like that.
Crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Lee Tucker and Doug Cooper there got together.
Yeah. People are going to have to save these fast repairs. It's going to be a long race, but they just have to save these fast repairs. There's going to be a couple that are probably going to use them early here because, it's Richmond. Stuff will happen. people will get loose, tight, maybe touch someone, and they'll get loose and cause a big wreck. Anything can happen. But as you can see, lane choice could be different here. As you can see, Kyle Hall and Offerman following Kyle Hall into turn 1, and you can see that lane choice. So Kyle Hall is taking a higher lane up and then cutting down, as Offerman is pretty much holding the bottom at the moment. So we could see that in the middle or the long end of the race towards the end, where they're not going to go hard and, you know, they're just trying to save tires, because tires will matter. As Trey Jackson, you know, last week from that Indianapolis race, as, you know, you, Tony, and me, as well, and JD were commentating last week, you know, it was a big upset that he crashed out. So, you know, we could see Trey Jackson looking for some redemption here at Richmond due to him getting a DNF due to crashing out. Brian Lynch from last week finished pretty well. He finished top 3 the IndyCar race, but that was an IndyCar, but now we're in ARCA car, so big difference in terms of weight, downforce, and grip. And currently he is 3rd fastest at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. And seems like he's very consistent as he's running that 24 Hooters car and touching apron a little bit, but not getting loose. And, you know, if he shows this much consistency, you know, he could just probably be in contention to win this thing. You know, he's not, doesn't look like he's getting loose. He's going to the wall, back down to the wall again. And, you know, that's what you got to search for around these type of tracks, to not get loose and just try to keep a lane and hold your ground.
There's our winner from that IndyCar special, Brian, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you know, Brian Shue, you know, last week in the IndyCar race, it was Indianapolis, so, you know, big difference during the track location and just track surface and, you know, mileage. But, you know, he is really fast. You know, he is currently P4 fastest, so it's not like he's out of it, but, you know, he has a high chance here running that 11 stock car. And, you know, I'd say, you know, my bets are on him, you know. I mean, he got kind of lucky, but, you know, you have to give it to him. He survived throughout the entire race at that IndyCar race last week, and it's with a big crash with Michael Lynch and someone else I couldn't tell. It was at the right side of the screen, but yeah, as we see Joseph Ward last week, I'm just taking notes from last week here, so if I say last week a lot, but you know, seems very consistent. It's just, you know, kind of off pace, but his consistency will help him in the long run. You know, he probably will be the first of few to pit here early on the green flag pit stop or a caution. And as you can see, the times, you know, Patrick Hasty dominating this practice session a 10th quicker, almost a full 10th quicker than Garrett Offerman. And as you see, Kyle McCoy, the current points leader, joining in on the track, and then number 7. He's going to try to figure out this track. You know, he'll probably done a few practice laps, but he's fairly well good in the points. He's leading the point standings, leading into the playoffs. So people are going to try to, you know, get him here. You know, it's a short track, but, you know.
It'll be interesting. Now, don't be fooled by where he qualifies. He might qualify at the front, and I tell you, he's one of the guys. Look like we're going to roll over to qualifying, and we might stay here with Kyle as he comes out. And he's one of those guys that he may qualify further back. I guarantee you. I mean, I guess that's why he's the points leader. You know, I mean, the guy keeps finding his way to the front. Good grief.
Yeah, you know, he's just, you know, when I'm looking at, as the chart says, you know, he has 14 starts, of course, 7 wins, 11 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, so very consistent. And, you know, if he can keep up this consistency, You know, he's just dominating the series mainly, and he doesn't need to worry about second in points. Nate Lynch, which is 88 points back, and you just see consistency takes you a long way. You know, through an entire season. Sometimes you don't need to shoot for wins, but just focusing on yourself and learning the track here. As we see, his best is a 22.6, but that is his first lap. So we're going to see if he can do a faster one here on the back straightaway, going to turn 3, entering that bottom lane, going to the middle, top to bottom, top again, going to the line, go even faster.
Still holding on to that pole position.
Someone could take this away as Kyle Hall is on track. So 22.8. This last was a 22.8 as well. Actually, that makes sense. But sitting in P6 if he goes for a spin.
Yeah. And that will negate that lap there. Let's see who else is on track. There's Trey Jackson, currently 5th fastest.
Yeah. Probably be looking for, you know, top 5 position, some redemption with a 22.7 flat. But no, 22.5 now, yeah. Yep. So fairly fast around here, and it seems like he's just very consistent. And you know, I don't know how he will drive because, again, first time I've seen him drive was IndyCar last week. But speaking of IndyCar, the IndyCar winner on Indianapolis is Brian Hsu in that number 7, actually. No, number 11, my mistake. Crossing the line now. He pulls up with a 22.9, so he's going to go for a couple of laps here, exiting turn 2. And, you know, my faith is in this guy, you know. He's fairly consistent, and we're going to see where he qualifies on this lap. To the ball, to the line. As results play out, 22.6, so 6th fastest.
Looks like just about everybody's done. Dylan Glass, he's 7th fastest at the moment. He's not showing a timed lap, though. Oh, you know what?
Could be.
That's his, hold on a second. I'm not 7th fastest. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. God, trying to. Oh man, he almost saved. He almost saved it, but yeah.
He's just getting ready for the victory burnout.
Yeah, and I need to reset something here because it's doing the same thing that it did before. It's showing weird numbers, and I don't know why it's showing him as number 7. Something strange is going on there, so we'll keep. Let's put the clock up here. Let's see. And we still got a few minutes to go here.
Yeah, we got a few moments, Tony, and while you're doing that, let's go over Richmond Raceway. You know, obviously you got the 3/4 mile racetrack here, and it's 13.5 feet from the safer barrier and a D-shaped oval. So it's not that big, and it's going to be hard to get in and out of those corners without being loose.
Yeah. Seemed like it just earlier in practice, everyone's getting loose, and not really anyone's getting tight here. I mean, they're going to get tight due to corner mostly. Nate Lynch is in here, but I'm going pretty well. How about you?
Oh, pretty good.
But let's just see. Last cross on the line. Seems like he's pretty consistent after that little spin at the start of this lap. But all these drivers are fairly consistent.
And qualifying is about wrapping up here. Let's go ahead and the checkered flag is out, so that'll do it for qualifying here. We'll wait for that server to roll over here. And we're going to go ahead and bring up we'll wait for the cars. They're coming out onto the track now behind the pace truck. So we will bring up your starting lineup here. On the pole, we got Derek Offerman, followed by Kyle McCoy. Boy, he didn't do too bad. Starting second. Trey Jackson third. Brian Lynch fourth. Joseph Ward in the fifth position. Brian Chu sixth. In seventh, we have Mike Lynch. Justin Jones eighth position. Christopher Wade is ninth. Rounding out the top 10, Jerry Hedrick. Kyle Hall in the 11th position. Marty Roberts will start 12th spot. 13th, we have Lee Tucker. 14th, Patrick Hasty. And 15th, we have Dylan Glass. Travis Yakovacci, 16th. Steve Anderson, 17th. Doug Hooper, 18th position. Adam Sidlow starts in the 19th position. And JD's showing there, but he's actually in the booth with us here. So, we got a 19-car field here tonight. We're waiting for them to get ready to roll off here.
Tony, I see there being a couple scenarios whenever it comes to strategy play. You're either going to be up front, leading the race, in charge of the speed, or you're going to be falling in the back and just trying to avoid those bumps to slow you down, or even some big crashes. So I see either one of two things. There's going to be probably the top 6 to 10 might drop off to the rear and try to gain some positions at the end of the race, just knowing that there are going to be a few cautions. This is a very tough track to race.
Somebody's mic is open.
It's Lynch.
Is that the team? If that's your team audio, you need to turn that off because that's coming through the broadcast or something.
Yeah.
Something's clipping through there.
Yeah.
Nate is not able to make it to the race tonight, so he's not even.
He's in the broadcast.
Yeah, so whatever's coming through is coming through on the broadcast as well.
It's his mic currently.
Yeah. Lights are out on the pace truck.
Alright, so we're going green this time by.
There we go.
Kyle McCoy taking P2.
I think the truck's in there. Pace truck is in, waiting for that green flag. We got it. We're going. Boy, that was a close start there, man. Offerman, he almost jumped the start. I think they normally go on green at the initial start, and he kind of looked like he laid back there just a little bit.
It's probably why in that first corner he got off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, he might have got real close to that jumping that start there for sure.
You're going to have the number 7 car, Kyle McCoy, leading the second lap coming around. And he's going to be pretty fast in and out. We already got Dylan Glass looked like he was going into the pit and then came back down. So that's going to be interesting to watch.
Probably got close to it, but Kyle McCoy leading the field to the second lap that he's leading now. So 2 laps now. But that was pretty cool for him to go around the outside, but then again, probably Derek Offerman probably slowed down to just not have a penalty due to him jumping the start a little bit. And going to turn 3 now. Kyle McCoy being defensive on that high lane, but Derek Offerman 2/10 back as we look at the jump.
Nice battle there with Joseph Ward.
Yeah, Brian Lynch, currently P4. Brian Lynch trying to make his way through the points as well. I think he is in the playoffs, so not much to worry about, but just keeping that points gap between who he's trying to battle or try to get ahead. But Joseph Ward probably just riding around for now. No one is really, going for position. But speaking about position, Steve Anderson, is just below the cutoff line, negative 36 points. So if he can get at least top 3 position, but more preferably,
and those are, let's see, who is that behind them? Is that Brian Lynch, Brian Chu actually? And look how they've started to pull away from the rest of the field there a little bit. In fact, there's a nice gap between Brian Chu and this Kyle Hall, and then after Kyle.
Our live stream might have froze up there, Tony.
All right, okay. Yeah, Gino might be having some problem with the mic, you say? Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Nice bit of, after Kyle Hall, there's a nice gap after Kyle Hall back to Lee Tucker.
Yeah, Kyle Hall and Lee Tucker, and I believe in Dylan Glass were battling back and forth there for the first, lap 3, lap 4, and it seemed like they might have maybe even touched each other, and that's why you see the large gap there.
More action going on back there. Just a little further back there. There's Patrick Hasty. He was getting a little racy there. It wasn't Patrick. I think it was Jerry Hedrick. He was getting a little racy there with the 45 car. Justin Jones for that position. Saw him had to back out of it just a little bit. And these guys, a little loose there, and these guys are doing, it looks like they're doing more battling in the back of the field, like back up the front there. Offerman, they've started to stretch out a bit, got back around McCoy there. 160 laps are in store for us tonight. Trey Jackson, he's trying to hold on to the guys in the front. JD, I'm sorry. Huh?
Whenever you get a moment, can you refresh your live stream for us?
Sure.
In the booth here.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
I appreciate that. Go ahead. What
JD, you were because you were out there doing practice. You were saying it felt kind of slick out there.
Oh, most definitely. You couldn't turn a few laps until you got some rubber down on the track.
It looks like Trey's keeping a steady pace here. We're getting some things worked out on our end here. We're not keeping all the commentators hooked up to the screen here. While we're waiting for that to sort out.
In and out of those corners real smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, I must have lost your comms there for a second. I couldn't hear you at all. I think it's just the screen share trying to fire up again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see.
No worries, we'll get it sorted out here.
Yeah.
Right now, you actually have Douglas Hooper coming, about to get lapped by Derek Offerman. There's not too much that separates the number 29 car and the 20 car, so that'll be interesting to watch to see how, 1 and 2 position are pretty close to each other, only 0.2 of a second, almost 0.3 of a second off pace from each other.
Right.
How are they going to get around that lap car? And is Douglas Hooper just going to move over?
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it too. Oh, there goes Doug, dropping down to the low side.
Oh, you just coming in pit, I guess.
pit.
Yeah. We're only at lap 17, so I'm wondering if you think it could be a tire thing where, man, it just doesn't feel good to him, I guess.
Anything could happen at this point in time. It doesn't look like he got into the wall or anything. Maybe he's just being courteous to the other drivers. I know one thing. Up there's race sides go up. Yep, he's changing tires, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to get new rubbers down and see how it goes.
Yeah.
As soon as you start spinning those tires the wrong way, that car is going to be thrown off. These are machines that are well spec'd out to a certainty, and if you do something wrong where you get too loose and you start burning the tread, it doesn't feel right for the rest of the laps that you do until you get new tires. You see right there, looks like Trey Jackson.
Oh no.
Caution. Here's your first caution.
Yeah.
31 into the inside wall.
Again, they're both.
Oh. You know, it looked almost like it was in slow motion, like they were dancing down the backstretch there
Yeah.
Oh
together.
yeah.
And it doesn't look like there's too much damage, but you know for sure, oh, that left front is just a little bit crooked. 31 most likely going to have to use a fast repair. But do you take a gamble? You know, you're
Yeah,
only
but
20 laps, and that is just terrible. And I'm sure Brian Lynch didn't mean to get into the 31 car,
it,
but
yeah.
do you take a gamble on using your fast repair, or do you limp it halfway and then say, you know what, pedal to the metal, let's do this?
Oh, the checkup. Brian
Yeah.
Lynch thought he could go out there at the corner, and man, just got into him.
Yeah.
Just he didn't anticipate Trey to just go on that high lane, and didn't know the checkup would be that much. And oh man, I mean, it doesn't look like a hard impact, but I mean, that impact could affect Brian Lynch for the most part, his radiator. But currently, Trey Jackson in pit lane. I don't think he's going to use a fast repair. It just seems like his bumper is a bit dented in.
Right.
So not harsh damage, but Brian Lynch, Trey, they definitely need to pay attention to their temps now, because if you hit the nose from the car, it could damage the radiator, and it won't go instantaneously, but it could be damaged to such a point where the temps will build up and you can blow your engine just like that. And sure, you will have a fast repair, but it's all about just seeing if you can make do with the damage you have. But Trey Jackson taking off, so he is not a lap down currently. Just got away, so he could have repaired that damage.
You're just thinking, if you're the guy behind him, thank goodness you went on the inside and you did not come up in front of me, because that would have just ruined that race as well. So unfortunately, good job for the guys that wrecked to stay down on that inside wall, not to mess up anybody else's race. But boy, that was close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's pull our points leader up here real quick and have a word with him before they go green again. Hey, Kyle, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Tony. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how's it feeling out there tonight, man? You got to that lead, and Offerman, he's battling back kind of hard there right now, huh?
Yeah, it's interesting. Richmond is my favorite track, so we'll see how this goes tonight. But so far, we're pretty even. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I think strategy is going to be a big deal.
10-4. You guys have like 4 sets of tires tonight?
Yes, 4, including the one that we started on. So we'll have 3 changes.
10-4, man. Well, good
Now,
luck.
tell me your secret sauce. How are you winning almost every race? I mean, you fill us in.
The secret sauce? I don't know, man. Just lots of putting consistency, I guess, more than anything.
Race
Put
clean,
down,
race fast.
yeah, put down the same laps. Take your time. Figure out when to push.
All right, I'll put that in my notebook. Thanks.
All right, Kyle, we'll put you back down to the race channel there. I think you're getting ready to go green. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir, guys. Have a good one up there.
Yep, too.
The lights are out on the pace truck.
Thank you, Kyle, for that. We appreciate you coming into the booth with us, obviously. I hope you watch us at the end. It seems like we are having some technical difficulties, Tony, whenever multiple things go on. Right now we're staring at Cal's face in the car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Green light is out.
Are you having that same issue?
Racing once again. Now, Offerman, he's doing a little better on this restart this time. It is at the leader's discretion. Boy, they're battling down that backstretch. Kyle Hall, he's trying to get in there. Look at Brian Chu on the outside. And Dylan Glass. Dylan Glass, man, trying to get him I think he did pick up a win a week or so ago, didn't he? And because, I mean, he's had a lot of opportunities and they just got hit by some bad luck. And
Oh yeah.
trying to hang on now. Nice battle going on with the 11 car there.
Well, trying to make outside work. Brian Chu just very consistent.
They're starting to space out once again. A little further back, there's Lee Tucker right behind Ward, Joseph Ward there.
Yeah. Just guys see, how, these single file runs get and how long they are.
Oh, we do have another caution.
27 laps in. Oh.
Another caution on lap here, number 28. I think it's Marty Roberts. Looks like Marty Roberts is involved. Doug Cooper might be in that as well.
Man.
So there's Marty right there. Cooper run a little slow. Car doesn't look that tore up though.
Probably.
It might have been where let's go back and look at the replay here. They might have just, let's see, where's Justin Jones? He was showing he might have been perhaps involved in that. Let's take a look and see from Justin's perspective what happened.
Yeah.
So there's Justin, and let's see. Nothing's going on in front of Marty. See, Yakovachi is right there behind him. So I don't know if something happened in front of him or the two of them got things started or what. Oh, there it is. Okay, Jones started to get a little sideways. Yakovachi got into the back of him, and that's where it got going there.
Man, it's just the nose of these cars. They're not flat. They're
right.
Slanted. And as soon as you get to the back bumper of them, it's just hard to stop because the rear tires can just get lifted. And luckily, nobody hit the 67. 55.
Yeah, wow, look, he really did slam on the brakes, didn't he? He was able to avoid both of them. Good job.
Yeah, that was definitely close. Yakovachi with another just tough week. I mean, it doesn't look like he gained or, he got too much damage from that. But, man, if you're thinking what he's thinking, this is now, the third or fourth week that he hasn't finished a race. He's probably just like, give me the checker. That's all I need.
Marty Roberts on pit road. He's the only one that came down on pit road. This is his first time in tonight.
Yeah, he probably locked up the tires just trying to come to a complete stop. But I suspect putting on all four.
That was a really quick stop. I wonder if he just took two tires. That might have been two right side tires, you think?
Possibly, probably. I don't know. Maybe the car is feeling loose of what he's got in that steering offset, and he's trying to make it even more looser. So, trying to make those inside tires wear out just a bit more than what they usually should be, and having the right sides more grippier, so the rear end can slide out more. As Patrick Hasty going down pit road.
Now, with these fixed setups, you really can't do those in-car adjustments, can you? Like far as reg and all that good stuff in these fixed races.
Yeah, it's mostly that. You can adjust the height or whatever, but it's mostly like steering offset, I'm pretty sure, getting your car set up. But after that, you cannot change anything else. So what they got in practice is what they have to deal with.
It seems like you can change the braking bias.
Oh yeah.
You go into the corner, a little bit better, and get a little bit more comfortable with that braking into the corner. If you are truly, whenever I was getting into the corners on practice, I was just lifting. Now, is that wrong? Probably, because I wasn't the fastest. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, you were pretty quick, but. This track is just fairly loose. It involves just a bunch of practice around here. The track's really tricky. It seems just like a normal short track, and trying to go around it, but just very tricky.
The lights are out on the pace truck. I believe we'll be having a restart here on lap 34. There he goes, pace truck on the pit road. Restarted the leader's discretion.
Green flag.
McCoy drops the hammer, and he's rolling again. Here we are, lap 34, racing once again here in Richmond. look at Dylan Glass back there trying to make a move there on Offerman. Boy, they bunched up quite a bit there. Offerman was on the outside, trying to make a move now on the 87 of Kyle Hall.
Yeah, here comes Dylan Glass trying to get that lead with second spot currently. As Kyle Hall is going to try to fend him off on the outside. Dylan Glass is going to try to stick it under him. As Kyle McCoy is trying to get away from him. He sees that in his mirror. That's what he wants to see as Dylan Glass is trying to edge him out going to turn 3 right now. 16 is going to try to edge out the 87. Here comes Derek Offerman behind the 16. Man, having a big battle for second.
Yeah, and Kyle Hall, he's just loving this right now. Like, go ahead and battle, guys, so I can get away from you. That's a pretty darn tight battle going on right there. Shoot.
Yeah,
oh, we got another caution. Uh-oh.
It's just,
Oh, McGoy. And let's see. There's Justin Jones. He was involved there. I think looks like Lee Tucker is banged up pretty good. Travis Yakovachi, he's got some damage. Steve Anderson's already on pit road. Okay, that was lap 37. Let's go back and look at Lee here on where's Lee at? We'll see what happened with Lee that caused him all of that damage right there.
Yeah.
And there he is. Got the where is Lee? There's a lead at 32 on the high side there. That's the 15 of I want to say that's who is that? The 15, is that Max Ward? No, that's not Max. Okay, Trey Jackson got into the 32, and that's what got him turned around. And there on the high side, looks like Brian Lynch went by. Oh, Adam Sidlow got collected, and here comes 99. Steve Anderson. Oh, and the 45, big pileup. That was Justin Jones right there. That's how he got involved. And now it's just whoever can get through. There's a 9, Patrick Hasty. He made it through there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just people trying to race hard, and it's just hard for these cars to come to a complete stop when they bounce off the wall. 99 big impact back there, but it's just really hard. They're trying to hold the brake, but just the car just slides down. Just stepping up with one as the 55 coming with another pit stop. So definitely not liking that set of tires and grabbing some new ones as everyone else is coming to pit lane.
Oh, Steve Anderson, he's missing that right front tire. I guess he didn't. Wow, he didn't have his fast repair checked. And if that's the case, good grief, he is going to be there for some time.
Man.
Wow, that front tire is completely gone. Yeah. Wow.
That might be his 9th.
Yeah, he might have
totally
been.
ripped.
Okay, there it is. No, he might have been getting towed back. That's what it was, guys. Because when you get towed back, your car is just sitting on pit road until you actually get there.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like he just he had to burn his fast repair there. And that's actually put him, now he's 3 laps down. Him and Doug Hooper are on the same lap, though. They can race. Waiting for the field to go by. Kyle Hall still your leader here on lap 40 of 160.
Yeah, but sometimes just qualifying does, get you into good position here. As you see Kyle Hall, Kyle McCoy, Derek Offerman, Dylan Glass, and Joseph Ward, including Brian Chu, they're all up here for their qualifying position or making their way through. And sometimes, it does save you because there's people from the back of the field trying to get their way up, and that could cause incidents. And people just don't know how desperate people are at the beginning. And we're not even halfway through this. It's 41 out of 160 laps, so it's going to be a long night, and just people need to be patient and just wind down. But crashes, it definitely does suck when people are involved in it. You know, drivers don't want that, teams don't want that as well, and especially for the points. But you know, hopefully when people can get single file or just get length terms of the group, they're not such bunched up. But
you said. Calm down, Gino. This is the last race until the playoffs. How can you be calm in this situation? Teammates are yelling at each other. Hey, you blocked this guy. You blocked this guy. They're racing for points because they want to make those playoff spots, and this is the last race of doing it.
Yeah, I tell you, Derek Offerman, Colin McCoy, and Dylan Glass, they're really going at it. Max Ward, he's trying to get his nose in there as well. Joseph Ward, I'm sorry. I've seen his name as Max somewhere, and that's why I keep calling him Max. And he might decide to go by Joseph. Watching the front four here, riding along with Joseph Ward. He might be just biding his time. You never know. And sometimes it's good to just ride along, and just see how this thing plays out for a little while, and let things get spaced out, and like you said, try to get everybody calm down just a little bit and get into a rhythm. And you guys know how that is at some of these tracks. It really helps to get into a rhythm, and then you can really start to work on a guy.
Yeah, Joseph Ward is just really consistent, and he's just one of the consistent guys out here. He's the type of guy to basically not try to overtake you the first lap of a restart. Probably 10 laps in, he's going to just try to read these guys and let them burn up their tires, moving about, defending, whatnot. So it's just all about just being consistent and just being safe. Still have issues with the stream on our end.
Are you still having some issues there as far as seeing it at the stream?
Yeah.
Okay,
for the most part.
Shoot. Yeah, because folks, we're trying to keep my guys here in the booth with us here, and trying to share my screen with them so that they can see what we're seeing all at the same time here. And hey, that's the beauty of computers, And stuff works sometimes. Do you need me to refresh that again?
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have to run.
Right.
I don't know, Tony. I think you just need to get that chipmunk that's on that spinning wheel. Just keep him going. Give him a little shot of Red Bull. He'll be good to go. Let's go race.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph Ward, he continues the race along there in 6th position. Dylan Glass did get ahead of Colin McCoy for that 3rd spot.
Yeah.
Oh, got Kyle Hall going around, and it didn't bring him. He managed to regain control. Boy, that was a heck of a spin by the 87. Wow, I'm surprised that thing didn't go all the way around on him. And now he comes down and gets into Brian Chu, and now that's going to bring the caution out. Oh!
No.
Do you need anything to drink or anything like that?
Wow. Oh, man, that's just I feel bad for Kyle Hall and Brian Chu. Adam Sidlow in the 6th car got a little damage as well. Now
Dylan Glass just got off that can opener and said, beep, beep, moving through.
Let's go back at Brian Chu here in the replay here, and well, not Brian. Let's go to Kyle Hall. As a matter of fact, before that happens, I'm gonna run it back so you can see look at that spin right there, coming down the backstretch here, going into turn 3. And I don't know if he had a little help. He might have had a little help. No, he didn't. They didn't touch. It could have been net code. I don't know. As you see how Hall got sideways, and I mean he did a heck of a save right there to keep that car from going around. And I really thought he was going to continue it along. Let's advance it forward just a little bit. And then he got back into the gas. I don't know if he maybe just got into the gas too much because it looks like they're okay right here, you know, as they cross
Oh
the
yeah.
line. And then coming down to turn one, I think that's where it started to go wrong for the 87 again. He had already made a heck of a save.
Seemed like maybe came down a bit much. Maybe didn't anticipate that the 11 would be up a little bit more.
Because you never,
Seemed
you know that. Oh boy, and that's where they collected the 2 car
Oh
from
yeah.
Mike Lynch, and things just start piling up a little bit here. A little bit of a log jam. Folks trying to get through. There's a 99. He's
Yeah.
making it through on the ends. Look like everybody else made it through. So that we'll take it back live here.
What a tough break for Kyle Hall. He was going into the both corners at completely sideways, so at least he was getting his drift going. But other than that, it's not looking like a good night for him.
Yeah. So here we are, caution on lap 54. Now we had Derek Offerman up at the point. Dylan Glass is there in second position.
Yeah. I think the 7 and the 16 are definitely going to have a big battle coming to the finish. So is Derek Offerman. All these drivers are very consistent, just knowing when the caution is going to come out, and if they're packed up, don't be really that aggressive. We see that from Joseph Ward. Joseph Ward is just really the consistent driver to just put the laps down and ride it out. Don't try to get greedy and go in there and try to win it. He's just going to try to just get to the end. I think that's his mindset, and it's definitely helping him a lot. But I'm pretty sure it's one to go right about now. It's pace truck. Yep, one to go. And Derek Offerman is leading, but these top 3 are just very very quick. You saw them at Indianapolis, in a different car, and they were all together almost. At least 2 of them, or all 3 of them, either made contact or passed each other on just a long run. And we're going to be coming up to the green once we run across, or go out of turn 4. The pace truck will be turning in right about now. Coming up to the green, Derek Offerman is going to have a choice. He's going to get a
Green
big
flag.
jump.
Everybody's rolling.
Ooh, Dylan Glass is going to look on the inside a little peak. Going on to turn 1, Dylan Glass is going to try to slide job him. He's going to make it successful, as Offerman is going to hang there in second place. Dylan Glass getting a big run, but Christopher Wade in that number 53 hanging back there, keeping in his position, P4. He's going to keep that position coming up to the line, right behind Kyle McCoy at number 7. McCoy, it seems like they're all just, they don't know what to do. Everyone's riding at the bottom. They're not really choosing any lanes. And, that's what they need to do. Look at that. Dylan Glass is going high to low, and as you can see, it is working. It's just people are trying to be defensive on the bottom and not trying to, kick their usual lines. But as you can see now, Kyle McCoy is going a little bit higher and now low, and he just needs to get in that groove again of what he got, or what he did in practice. As you see, look at that. Dylan Glass just going high to low, and on this track, it's just differences with line preference, but that's the line you want to do. Just follow that black line. But as you can see, Offerman is staying with them on the bottom, so it is preference. Sometimes it's not all about the racing line. As you can see, Offerman is just making it work. He could be using a bit more tires. But Dylan Glass close to the wall. It's going to slow him down a bit. I think he made contact, as Offerman's going to have a peek on the inside in that 20 Home Depot car. He's trying to make the pass as Offerman. Dylan Glass is going to be on this quarter panel on the outside. Colin McCoy hanging back there in third place. The top three are pulling away from 53. As Offerman's going to lead this lap, and he's definitely going to pull away here as they're going to be side by side. McCoy and Glass. Glass is going to try to make that outside work. It's not going to be enough. Colin McCoy is going to try to just be on the bumper off Offerman coming out of turn 4. And, you know, these top three are just very quick. They're already stretched out a second between them all and the 53. So right about now they could be riding around, but it seems like they're battling just for the lead right now.
Yeah, on that restart, the 16 car said, "Hey, 20, don't open at the door or I'm going to come into it." And you can see 4 laps later, the 20 car yell out the window, "Hey, don't open that door," and he shoots the gap. So, you know, it's definitely a battle for top, 1, 2, and 3 here, and it's going to be interesting. And it looks like they're not being too aggressive.
Oh, just sideways. Two sideways. That's one of the Lynch brothers. I saw that on the right side of the screen. I think he saved it. It doesn't look like he's dropping positions. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, but he got sideways there. It was a big save coming out of turn 2. He was all the way down to the apron. Definitely a bit of damage that could be interfering with his grip, downforce. But man, I saw him like probably 40 degrees sideways. I don't know how he saved it.
Was it Mike Lynch or was it Brian Lynch, the 24?
It was Mike Lynch.
It was Mike Lynch, okay.
Yeah, just huge sideways action, but looks like he gathered it up. He has a bit of damage, but as you see, he could be saving it faster here because he still has pace. He's still going, trying to keep that 8th position, the number 2 car. I mean, it looks like he's just fairly consistent, but that 15's not giving him any slack. He's riding around the outside, and the outside lane is pretty dominant, but if you slip up, they can easily pounce on you. As 2 is going to try to dive it in there. 15 going a bit high to 15, still there on the quarter panel, and 15 riding. And that's just costing them both their tires because 15 needs to ride a higher lane. As 2 needs to just, keep to the low lane, and that could cause tire wear being defensive like that and trying to make the pass, especially pushing it more. And they're losing time to the 9, and it was a second before, but it closed down to 5/10, and caution has come out as we see smoke on the front straightaway. I think that is smoke. Not sure what happened there. Caution is out.
That's weird. I don't know what brought that out because.
Yeah, it looks like everyone is moving.
We got a report that Adam Sidlow crashed, but sometimes when a car dips down off the racing surface, almost like they're about to get real close to pit entry, sometimes it'll interpret it as a crash. But now look at his rear end is knocked in there. Don't know if somebody got into him.
Yeah, and his right side's knocked in as well.
Yeah, let's see. Where's Brian? Brian Chu. I wonder if he was involved in that. Let's take a look at Brian on the replay here and see what we see here. There we go there. And
so on the front straightaway, it seems like everything's calm. Nothing really to worry about. Going to turn 1. Seems like everything's normal currently. Nothing really.
Oh, there we go.
About. Oh,
there's where Kyle Hall came down on the 11 there. Okay.
I don't know if Kyle Hall thinks this is NASCAR bumper cars right now. He's hitting everything.
And there's the other. And there's the 2 of my.
4.
Huh? Oh, is this the okay? This is the other.
Yeah, that was right.
This is the other one. Let's go to. I tell you what. Let's go to Adam Sidlow.
Oh, I thought that was another Kyle Hall.
Right.
I was gonna
Let's look at this right here and see.
Oh, there's the smoke.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Oh, a pile up.
Yeah.
Am I on a track or am I in a parkway? I mean, it looks like it's bumper to bumper right now.
And that's where he got the damage, Travis Giacovacci.
No.
Yeah.
Another, oh, Travis.
Man,
You almost feel bad for that guy, but, oh.
and
Yeah.
67 Supra. Man, just not having the best of nights.
And I think
Fairly
let's
interesting.
see. Let's bring it back live here, live speed.
And seems, yeah, so Brian Chu made it out of that, but definitely the 67 uses fast repair, and that's what I was saying at the beginning of this race. Saving the fast repair will just, help you out at the end, because everyone is going to be racing at the end, and people are looking at their laps and they're saying like, oh wow, it's 70 or 69 when caution came out, so 68 laps out of 160. Let me go get this, and that's what people are trying to prepare for, as Hasty, Travis are going to go to pit lane. So it's Jones. No, not Jones. Yeah, just 2 cars on pit lane currently. One for tires, but Offerman staying out. Coy second, in the last, and third. So this top 3 just fairly quick, and Offerman, quick all night long. And the number 20 Home Depot car, and it's just been a wild race. People involved, and Patrick Hasty being involved in the wreck like twice now, I'm pretty sure. And Travis, just not the perfect night for him, but at least he's back moving. He's not a lap down actually, so that is a good thing. And actually, speaking of lap downs, Steve Anderson is back up moving again, I think. At number 99, there he goes. So this, sure, he used his fast repair, but he is back up moving, and he's gathering his laps back up again. Because a few laps ago, it was probably like 3 laps down or something like that, but he's gathering it back up with every caution, and, I think it's going to be a close one. I think Anderson has a chance to get through this pack and be up there with the top 5 here.
Yeah, I think that was a lucky dog, wasn't it? And that's why he had to move to the back.
Green.
Oh, yeah.
Green flag is out. We're racing once again. And these guys are at it again. Like, okay, let's pick up where we left off at.
Oh, my, but
Man.
Offerman. Yeah, these top 3, man, like, look at them. They're 2 wide. They could be 3 wide on the front straightaway in a few laps. But, as Offerman leading them back to green, as Coy's going to try to make it work on the outside, getting a good launch. They're a bit sideways. He's going to try to ride with Offerman on that outside lane as Offerman dips low. Now to the high side. He's going to get that draft. He's going to see if that high side can work, going around high side in that mid lane. The outside can work, and Coy's making it work all night long. Just call this guy Kyle Larson, because he's just been riding outside, like, trying to pass Dylan Glass, but Dylan Glass is just defending and holding him off. And as you see there, Dylan Glass is taking second again, and they've lost time to the leader, 4 tenths now, and it probably, just stayed in 4 tenths. So definitely not what they want, and for them to get back up, they just need to, Kyle McCoy maybe needs to settle down a bit, but this is like the last week until the playoffs, so they're rallying for every position. You've seen that mid-pack crashes happen and people trying to pass for position that did not have a good quality.
Yellow.
A caution has come out. I'm not sure where that is, but Justin Jones looks like, he was involved. Left side dented in. Oh yeah, his wheel is showing. Maybe a spin?
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay here and see what we see here. Oh, my bad. I hit live by mistake. Let's go back to Justin here and see. Okay, there's the 45 on the backstretch. Is that Yakovachi behind him? I think that is.
Seems like
Yeah,
it.
I think so, yeah.
fairly close. He may be
Yeah,
looking
he's
towards
moving
the,
up, and Adam Sidlow in the 6 car is on the high side there.
yeah. 60.
If
The
you think the
67
door is
is open.
open, it's not really open. Not quite. You're trying to get in
Close.
there, yeah.
Yeah. Just cut him loose, and then they're definitely not happy about that.
The 67 didn't really gain too much damage. He said, I'm going to take the can opener to the side of your car if you keep on coming low on me.
Yeah, but, I mean, not too much damage, to be honest. 45 already had that damage, so he's saving a fast repair.
I'm thinking so, yeah. Yeah, he'd already had that, so that wasn't from that coming together right there.
Yeah. Luckily, he got on the brakes, and he came to a complete stop and rolled down instead of him sliding up. I tell you, if this was like Martinsville or a shorter track, he would have been up in that wall and definitely got damaged. But McCoy jumping up to the point, and as pit stops go through, Ward is second. Tucker is third place. So we had some pit stops, I'm pretty sure. Change of position.
Well, actually, now I don't know what happened. Some other guys must have pitted because McCoy, everybody in the top 3 there, McCoy, Ward, and Tucker, they all pitted on lap 37, including Trey Jackson. Although it's showing him he's pitted 3 times, the last time was on 37 with the other top 3 there. And then everybody, and they've been out there ever since. And the rest of the field pitted around laps 79. And then there's a few that are on some other different strategies there, probably because being caught up in some cautions and stuff.
Yeah, well, that definitely changes some things. As Ward chilling out in mid-pack, going to the front. Ryan Chu still chilling out in the top 5, being consistent, no damage, what it looks like, and that's what we need around here, just consistency. And all of the wrecks is just people trying to send it in, and the tension is real, trying to make the playoffs and trying to get to the front. But yeah, that's just usually how wrecks form. And 11, Ryan Chu just chilling out in 5th place, and I think he'll be up there in no time. He's fairly quick, but Joseph Ward, I give it to him, going to the back to the front, as we're going to be going green this time, so he's going to have a shot, but he needs to pay attention to our current points leader, McCoy, and number 7. Coming through turn 3 right now. Joseph Ward hanging back a bit. He knows McCoy's going to get jump. There goes McCoy getting a jump, as I said. It's Joseph Ward is going to follow in right behind him as McCoy has a bit of a gap. It's the lead Tucker. It's not going to have him in turn 1, but Joseph Ward is falling back just a bit. McCoy is going to have this first lap as the lead Tucker in 3rd place is going to keep it at the line. Kyle McCoy is going to lead this lap. Definitely someone I'm betting on either. He's definitely going to make a lot of passes, is Dylan Glass. He's stuck in 9th place. But we have a big pack here. Ryan Chu, and that number 11 is going to try to make it work. He's up to 4th place, looking at the inside of Lee Tucker. Not going to have him, but here comes the 20. Gofferman going to tuck back into his draft, entering the corner. Hang around on the bottom. Now it's just going to be all defensive, and that leader can just take the outside to inside line. Speaking of outside, the 11 is going to try to stall up the 20 on the outside. It's going to work. Ooh. Almost contact there on the exit of the corner going into turn 1 right now. Oh, almost contact again.
Man, they're battling hard. Wow, Offerman, I tell you. He is right on him. Now he's going to try the high side, looks like, a little bit.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed is is it Anderson? What's his first name?
Steven.
Steven Anderson. Yeah. He's on the lead lap now, and you got the Lynch brothers following in 12th and 13th. Well, now 11th and 13th. One of them just gained a position, but you got to think. Anderson's probably thinking, hey, if I get a top 3 here, and the Lynch brothers just stay what they're at, he has a good chance of hitting the playoffs and knocking the one Lynch brother out of the standings there. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And then you also got to think, I need to get points going into the playoffs. I can't be where I'm at. So that's why you're seeing a lot of racing here from bell to bell, I would like to call it. And it's not going to be easy. Everybody's going to be tooth and nail for their positions. I mean, Tony, you might agree with me here. This is the most cautions we've seen in probably the last 7 races combined with this one race.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with, hey, it's Richmond, and Richmond just seems to breed cautions. I mean, these guys, they know how to race, and but you're starting to get into some of this. This is technically a short track, so when you start doing that short track racing, and things are gonna happen.
This is like the perfect storm coming together. You got Richmond, you got the end of the season playoffs coming in. I mean, it's going to be an amazing time. And we're, a little over than half, but, it's been nothing but entertainment.
Oh, yeah. Nice battle there going on 5th spot. Dylan Glass, where he was trying to hold off Christopher Wade and Trey Jackson. He managed to get away from them, so now the battle is there with the 53 and the 31.
Look at how Dylan Glass just powers through each and every corner. It's like he gets so much.
Oh, caution.
Caution is out.
12 to 15.
And
the
rear.
And the 2. No.
Oh, man.
No, that's... Man, how did that happen now? Turn 4.
Let's go back to the replay here.
Yeah. So... I think it was same, bit higher now. Maybe got up into the marbles. Looks like he's fairly clear, but coming off of.
He just gets loose.
Oh.
He's getting loose.
Yeah.
Man.
And then he says, "Let me have some of those chicken wings up front there."
The 24 just got.
Oh
through.
my goodness!
And the 2 had nowhere to go.
One brother made it, the other one didn't. At least Travis Yakavachi got through this time. He didn't get involved in that one, So
if you're Travis's spotter right now, you're just saying, just stay straight, don't move.
Got net coded.
Yeah, I think that was Patrick Hasty got net coded.
Yeah,
because I could have sworn he got by, but then I saw the left front of his car looked like it got dented in by an invisible wall or something.
Yeah, but. I mean, other than the hole, I guess, or a dent back end, that 15 seems okay, but definitely going to cost him a bit of downforce. But the 2, and I don't know what's going to happen here.
Here's an interesting for you. McCoy pitted, and the top of top 5, top 6 stayed out. So that's definitely interesting.
He got some fresh tires, and that could be trouble for those guys that stayed out there.
Yeah, but look at that. Dylan Glass up to 3rd place already. And what was that, like a 5-lap stint? Probably 6?
Mm-hmm.
Probably 10-lap stint. But, Dylan Glass's specialty, I'd say, is just he can beat, wherever. And like you said, Tony, in the beginning, he can be wherever. He can just get up there. He was 9th place, and look at him, top 3. And as Steven Anderson is going to pit lane, I think Steven Anderson is just, taking it nice and easy and not trying to push it because he knows his situation, I think. But, he could just be trying to play it safe, and we don't know if he has a faster pair or not. So,
and you know what? That's his first time even being in the pits. According to the data here.
He was the one that was towed in there, guys.
Yeah.
He was towed in. But the
that's
next...
weird. Okay. That's on
the
it should have been only showing him. That should have been his second pit, but it's showing him stopping one time on lap 95, which what he just did. I don't. Maybe that toe didn't count or something.
Yeah, it probably didn't register due to him being towed back.
Right. Okay.
Are we wanting to go here, Tony?
Okay. I believe we are.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we still got one more light, and the lights are still on the pace truck, so we're going to have at least, this might be one to go this time as we go across the line here.
Yeah, but look who's second, Brian Chu, hanging in the top 10 to top 5. Brian Chu has a big shot here up on the green, but Brian Chu's going to definitely go for it if he can. That high, that high line definitely does work. People, be defensive on the low lane, but you can use that against them because they're too busy holding the bottom, and over time, they're costing their tires. And I think, with Dylan Glass, I think he's like Kyle Busch. He doesn't wreck people, but he's the type of guy to just push his way through no matter what. But we'll be coming up to the green here.
I'll be very curious if the 20 car learned that, hey, let's not open that door right away for that first corner. And he's going green.
Huge check.
And they're going to be side by side behind him. He has a good lead. And Dylan Glass getting close to that back bumper. Trying to probably go on the inside here. Is the 20 car going to let him have it? And it doesn't look like it. Dylan Glass, though, is just so fast, corner to corner and on the front straights. And he got the 53, Christopher Wade, just coming up. He's going to say, let me be a part of this party, gentlemen.
But yeah, just fairly run out here as they're pulling away from the mid-pack. But the 53 showing up in third place. But as Dylan Glass is going to try to retake his lead again. He's trying to get that lead, but it's either some other driver in top 5. But the 9 of Patrick Hasty, P4. Comfortably, as Brian Chu kind of dropped out there. Definitely not what he wanted to see. 24 was on his inside. He's going to take that position. I think Brian Chu's tires may have faltered. When was the last time he pitted?
Brian Chu, he pitted on lap 70, according to my data here.
Yes, it could be his tires there. He's just falling back here.
I don't know about you guys, but whenever I look at the 24 car, I get hungry, and then it's just followed up by the 11 car with a nice cool it's just a match made in heaven. I'm going to be keeping my eye, though, on McCoy. He has been steamrolling it from the back. He pitted, and I think he has new tires on, so he's going to be a little bit faster than y'all, and look at him just go. He's like, I'll take the high side because I know I'm faster. So that will definitely be interesting to see. Hopefully he just doesn't get caught up into a little fender bender because you see it's not that wide of a track. So once they start getting sideways, it gets pretty locked up. But their single file looks like to the leader. So we'll see what happens.
I think his tires are about 15 laps younger than the leaders are right now. Yeah, the leaders they stopped on lap 79 and McCoy, he just been pitted on lap 94. Him and Trey Jackson, actually, and along with Travis Giacovacci and Mike Lynch, they all pitted on lap 94. Actually, Joseph Ward also pitted on lap 94. So
you see right there, though, like 3 corners ago, the number 11 car, Brian Chu, he got loose, and the 31 and the 7 were both able to capitalize on, getting out of line a little bit. It looks like Chu went back to the 9th position. So keep an eye on that. He's definitely not gaining right now. He's just staying still, and hopefully he doesn't lose any more positions. But the 32 car, Lee Tucker, in the Chevy City car, he looks like he's going on the inside, makes a clean pass, and the number 11 just loses another position. So that's definitely going to be interesting to watch, and hopefully he doesn't lose too much.
Right. Tucker, he's another one of the guys that pitted on lap 94, so he's got pretty fresh rubber on right now.
Yeah, but speaking of position, Look at 13th place. Steven Anderson actually, going for a position now. I think, as I said before the restart, he's playing it safe. He's waiting till they get single file and picking up the guys who has damage, that has English. But people that don't have damage and people that have damage, as you can see, the 45 with a bit of nose damage, gonna come up here as the two gonna tuck in with them. Luckily, the two had that fast repair a couple of laps ago, that caution, but Steve Anderson going for some positions, trying to see what he can do and close into the points because he is just below the cutoff line.
Oh, we're 3 wide, just 4 cars behind a 99 car. Let's see how long that lasts for, and it looks like it was close. I mean, that was 3 wide there for a second, but.
Man, but they're racing hard out here, but Joseph Ward dropped back into the field, and he's trying to ride around and he's going to try to keep his 13th position. That number 59 car, fast 6, still with a bit of right side damage. It doesn't look like he's too off pace, but behind, 17, not 17, the 15 after that crash, but a bit loose coming out of turn 2, and just affecting downforce just so much. And sometimes they think, the wing's still on, bumper's still on, it doesn't affect downforce, but iRacing, when you have that amount of damage or a body panel is moved to such a degree, you're, from bumper being dented in or something like that, you can just get loose or tight. It affects your entire setup and your entire stint, and, definitely not what they want, but something that someone wants is Offerman pulling a 5/10, almost a 5/10 lead, which is 5/10, now dropping back to 4/10 now, as him and Dylan Glass is pulling away 3rd place, which is McCoy having a bit of troubles.
I was going to say pulling away from McCoy, or is McCoy catching them? Because you think about it, McCoy just came back from 10th position and cleaned house the whole way up until the 3rd position. So, I don't know. I think McCoy might have a little edge here, but I'm sure it's just because he was able to change his tires and keep it going. But McCoy, I tell you, he's like a surgeon, though. He hits those lines like an artist, and he'll catch them. And it's just a matter of time.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, he really worked his way through the field, and now he is up to 3rd. And right now, I think Offerman and Glass are a little bit of a sitting duck at the moment. Of course, a caution will equalize everything. I'm sure all these guys would come in together. I don't think Kyle McCoy would roll the dice and do that again, because he can come through the field, but as these laps start to click off, now lap 117 or 160, and you're not going to have that kind of time to keep racing your way through the pack.
Yeah.
You see from the top 1st position to the 8th position, they're pretty spaced out. They have a decent gap on each other, but then once you get to the 9th, 10th through the 14th position, they're kind of bunched up like a sandwich, and it's only a matter of time until someone makes a little mistake. And let's hope we don't speak of mistakes whenever we're on Travis's car, but he hasn't had the best luck.
Yeah. But everyone fairly calm now, but I don't want to say anything to jinx it, but everyone looking fairly nicely jockeying around for position. Nothing really touchy as 99 looking inside 55 going to turn 1. 99, man, he's working his way up there. It was a smart move on his part. I don't think he qualified. I think he qualified, but he's working his way through, and right behind the 59. And he's making those tires work. He has pace. It's just that he does not want to be up there if a caution or a wreck happens, because you see people going high, checking up. And that 7.
Oh no! Boy, Anderson, he got lucky there. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
got
no
very
damage.
lucky there. Wow.
Man, I think that's not it's not a caution. It would
Yeah.
have on the apron. Oh, man, Kyle Hall not having the night, man.
Yeah.
Just, I think he got loose. I think he hit the wall and he tried to get out of the wall and he didn't know that Anderson was right behind him. Oh, man, not what he wanted. Went 3 laps down and probably even more. Oh,
There wasn't a caution on that?
No, it
Yeah.
stayed green because
Wow.
I think
It was
he
on
went
the
down
apron.
low so quick, right? He got down below. Well, Richmond doesn't really have you're still on the racing surface, right? Even
Yeah.
if you go low.
I think
But,
he was below the yellow line. So I think iRacing picked it up as just off-track incident. So
Right.
Yeah, it's a tough break. And then you see 99 here pitting in, which who knows if that's going to hurt him or if it's going. Oh, it's definitely going to hurt him. Unfortunately, he goes a lap down there, and that might just call it for Steve Anderson's playoff race there. And what a tough break. I mean, true. Only 36 laps to go. I mean, that's just another Jimmy Johnson incident, if you ask me.
Yeah.
um,
Just a regular green flag pit stop, wasn't it? It wasn't like any damage or anything. He just decided to come in and get some tires and on his way.
I mean, he may not know that.
But
Probably
here's the
heard a
thing.
big bang.
Well, here's the thing: is you lock up those tires and then you just lose all that treading. You might have that flat spot, and you might be just slower in general. So he might roll the dice, saying, "Hey, I think there's going to be 2 more cautions to get me that lucky dog twice, and that's all I got to do is keep it on the road here, and let's not play bumper cars again."
It looks like Kyle Hall decided to put the car behind the wall there. So that's actually our first retirement of the evening, and which is pretty good actually for Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. You see Hooper still just turning the laps, and he was 2 laps down, I think, on the 3rd lap. So, I mean, he's just chucking it away, and hopefully, there's a move. 16 on the inside. Is that the Glass? Yeah, Glass on the inside. 31 on the inside. And Douglas Hooper says, "Just excuse me, gentlemen. I'm just trying to turn some laps. I'm gonna sip on that Jim Beam and have me some fun." Oh, and Douglas Hooper just sent it onto the apron, so that will be interesting. Wonder if he's pitting in.
I mean,
no, I think he was getting out of the way for somebody.
Getting out of the way.
Derek Offerman with a strong lead, 6/10 with their current points leader. Coy following in behind him, waiting. His 18th place is going to pit in again. That is Hooper. And I'm just going to say he is the man. He's still in this race 5 laps down. And in the IndyCar race a week ago, if you watched it or if you didn't, he was like, 15 laps down and he was still racing.
Yeah. I think he was, like you say, he's determined to finish.
Yeah.
It's sort of like running a marathon, you may not be up near the front, but hey, you started it, you got to get there too. You got to see that checkered flag.
Yeah, and we got, 30 laps to go, so, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, I'd be surprised if he can get his laps back. But he's 7 laps down now, but, I mean, if he gets his laps back, that'd be an absolute miracle, and, just get this guy a trophy right here for attendance, because, oh my. But going to Patrick Hasty, about 3 seconds back from the Coy. So it's just running around currently. As Dylan Glass is chasing the 31 Trey Jackson. Trey Jackson is going to the bottom now. I think Dylan Glass's tires just come to a point where they're not fresh anymore. You can't really make any moves. You got to ride around for a hot minute. And I think there's going to be maybe 1 more pit stop. I think someone is going to pit in this top 5, and it's going to trigger a chain reaction down the entire field. And we're going to see someone try to stretch it to the end, and I feel like it's going to be like a Brian Chu incident. And someone's going to stay out with old tires.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that'd be cool, but And they're not going to survive the entire field of fresh tires.
Well, as far as the top 5 are concerned, now both Derek Offerman and Dylan Glass pitted on lap 79. Everybody else, like Kyle McCoy, he pitted on lap 94. Patrick Hasty, he pitted on lap 81. And Trey Jackson also pitted on lap 94. So those 3 right there are, as far as if this thing were like green flag pit stops, they're going to be ahead of the other guys there in the top 5.
Yeah.
As far as outlasting them.
Here's a funny one for you guys. I was just listening to the radio communications, and then you got Mike Lynch saying that there's a pesky fly in his VR headset that he's trying to get rid of. So that should be interesting. I don't know how you get a fly in your VR headset, but I'm sure that goes into your eye. We're going to be sending it into the wall, so that's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's a virtual fly.
Just imagine if a spider crawled across your screen there. What would you think? Oh, my goodness. You see the McCoy's in second position, and he is actually losing a little bit of time off of Offerman. Almost 2 seconds now. So that will be definitely interesting to watch. Hopefully McCoy can make some time up. But from McCoy to Hasty is what, 4 seconds? Almost, maybe 3. So it's definitely going to be the field's open right now. They're not even really fighting for any positions.
Yeah, there's not really any big packs here. It's just a single file, maybe 2 car packs gaining on each other or whatever. But I don't think there's going to be that many cautions. But Lee Tucker fending off 4. I think it's going to be a stretch to the end. I don't know the fuel situation, the leaders, but 24 I'm looking check up. That almost was a caution right there. I was jinxed it. But Brian Lynch just trying to get past and trying to get P6 in position, but as long as Lee Tucker holds that line, Brian Lynch can't really do anything, to be honest. He just needs to catch him off guard. He's going to try to ride that mid lane, going to the low lane, try to get the exit. That's what he can do. He's going to look at the inside. I think he's going to try to send it here as he goes for a big send. 32 is going to just let him by here.
Onto the apron. Onto the apron. He lost so much speed there because he knew if he was going to hit the gas, it was just going to get completely sideways on him. So good thought process for Brian Lynch there to just say, hey, I'm not going to be too greedy. I need to fight for my last spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's not going to build up some frustration. He's already back on it. It's just I feel like he's going to get a bit frustrated because he has the pace, I'd say, because it was 6/10, now it's 3/10. So, into the wall. As you see, just a bit of frustration there as 32 on the apron. I mean, these guys, the cars could be getting tight and wanting to go up track. So, a little trick that when I was driving these cars, yes, pulling a Dale Jr. here, but driving these cars around a different track, these cars like to get tight sometimes when they're on old tires because they don't have the same grip in the rear and especially in the front if you're in the big battle early, and sometimes you can dip, put 2 tires on the apron just a little bit to get it sideways to turn more. And that is a little trick they can do, but if you do it too much, you could burn out your tires even more than what they are currently. But only 12 cars on the lead lap, so people making their pit stops and betting towards a caution.
Yeah, but if I'm Brian's crew chief here, I'm screaming at him over the radio, don't be too aggressive. You are in front of, let's see, I lost it here. You're in front of Brian Chu and Wade. I mean, those are huge positions, just some points that you're going to be gaining. Every point counts whenever you're heading into the playoffs. And if he messes up now, he could not ruin his playoffs because it looks like he's going to end up getting it. But he's going to have a harder time getting a few extra points on those guys. Right now, he's secured.
Actually, Christopher Wade is actually ahead of Brian because Ryan's in 11th. Christopher's up there in 8th position.
Yeah, so right now in the playoffs, it looks like it's Brian Chu in 12th. Or I'm sorry, Brian Lynch in 12th, Brian Chu in 11th, and Mike Lynch in 10th. So if Wade is below them, he's going to be able to, close the gap on those points if he was able to finish ahead of them. Oh, 59, sending it in low. Is he going to have enough power, though, to power out of that corner? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he hit that apron. He had to get up throttle there, but as they scrunch up a little bit, frustration is going to build up, and towards the end of the race, I think we're going to have a caution.
And is just sending it, though. He has a 4-second gap. He can he can try to pit and still be okay.
Yeah, he is totally checked out, and he's going to try to win this race, and he's in perfect contention. He's managed these tires, and look at that, he's already pulling, and he's doing a good job. Like, look at that gap, just 4 seconds between him and the points leader, Coy, and in a 20 Home Depot car, he is just checking out. Nothing. He's not looking in his mirror or anything. Just eyes forward and just chilling out. But he's gonna come on some lap traffic here.
He might not be looking in the mirror, but I guarantee you he's looking at that fuel gauge, because he might be comfortable on his tires, but whew, that fuel gauge has to be getting low.
Yeah, we got 9 to go, so anything can happen now. It's going to be a big change, but currently, I think Offerman has this in the bag. It's just been fairly consistent as 7. It's right behind some lapped cars, the 55, Roberts, 13th. That's going to affect 7's progress. It's going out 5 seconds. Definitely not what Boy wanted, but he's fairly secure in points, and as 55 moves, he can put on the attack. But, Kyle McCoy, is secure in points, so there's nothing really to worry about, but you can just see the dominance of Offerman when he can get out to that lead, and Patrick Hasty trying to chase for the second, and he has 2 lapped cars ahead of him, so he needs to match this correctly, because if he does not get it through these lapped cars, it's the 55 moving highs, being fairly nice, but the 9 is going to try to just get that second spot at the end, but almost have 5 to go once the leader crosses the line.
Yeah, if Patrick Casey can pass the 7 car, it will give him tremendous boost trying to catch, catch Ward, I believe, in the points. Or I'm sorry, if Patrick Casey catches a 7 car, it'd give him enough points to pass Wade in the points.
Yeah, look at how much. Oh, the police there, which saves it. But just look at the time between leader and second. Just 5 cars made a big difference, and also probably a bit of tire wear. As we have a caution.
I'm thinking we're going to want to stay out here, but I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, that's Lynch. Oh.
It's Wade.
Oh, it is Wade.
And the 67. Oh no. Well, boys, this changes everything.
Travis. It doesn't look like he has too much damage, though.
Yeah, just right side, it looks like. But, man, I mean, Wade's definitely going to get his lap back. I mean, good towards him, but I don't know how much damage he has to be sure. He was involved with it. But as we look into the replay, 53 on the high side. Oh, no. So, coming mid-ish to the corner to the exit now. I think the 53 checked up. Yeah, the 53 checked up. 67 didn't know and just tagged him. And he's going to lock the brakes right there and almost gets on his hood. So 99 is right behind the 67, and I think he's locking up too, and the 99 is going to avoid it. I don't think he has that much damage. Just, yeah, 99 avoiding all of the wrecks here. But 53, he's definitely not going to like that. But, you know, it benefits him. You know, he's going to get his lap back. But, you know, in terms of him having to pit, it's going to hurt him. But going back live now, it's a 99, still 2 laps down. And a lot of people going to pit lane. And Brian Lynch this time around going to pit lane. And for a second there, I thought he did not pit, just like last week's race. But you see a lot of strong drivers here pitting. And as we look, Trav's is going to go to his pit stall here in a few seconds. And it looks like he has a lot of damage in that 55 car. Still 1 lap down. Yeah, we're going to have a green-white checkered. And do we get 3 attempts with the green-white checkered? I think we have 3 attempts at the green-white. But if so, I mean, you know, some people, you know, Roberts, Wade, they can get their laps back. But, you know, Hendrick pitting in that 15 car. Gonna put on 4 tires. But Offerman stayed out.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely interesting. A lot of the top 5 guys stayed out. You got Offerman, Lynch, Tucker, and McCoy for sure that stayed out. I believe Hasty as well.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what their strategy is. Tony, do you have any idea?
Well, the kid, Offerman, he last pitted on 79, lap 79. Brian Lynch, he also pitted on lap 79. Lee Tucker, he pitted on lap 94. And then from there, guys, everybody else pitted on lap 157. All the way back to Jerry Hedrick, who pitted on lap 158. So well, I would say the guys in the top 3 are a little bit of a sitting duck there.
Oh, my goodness. I foresee there being another caution. You know. I just don't know. If you're the 20 car or even the 24 car, I don't know how you don't pit knowing. Maybe they don't know. 79, who knows? But those tires are going to be a little bit smoother than they want, and it's going to be loose. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go back green this time by, but look who is in the top 10, Dylan Glass. And we've seen time again, guys. You know, Dylan Glass fighting his way through in a matter of 6 laps, probably 10 laps, but he has to do it in at least 2 laps, and on the 2nd lap, it's going to be a white flag. So Dylan Glass is, I don't know. I mean,
well, I believe Dylan pitted. I'm almost certain.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he did pit, so he has fresh rubber. But we're
Dylan's going to say, beep, beep, get out of my way, and we're about to get racing.
Oh, yeah, but here we go. Going green as Offerman gets a jump. Into turn 1, he's going to have a good lead, 2/10. Brian Lynch leading in 2nd, but here comes the 7.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. And Dylan got out of the way. No,
There's our caution.
There's going to be another yellow. They're piling up.
Oh.
The 32 just got, he got turned and he saved it, and what a tough break. Now, this is whenever you're thinking, oh my goodness, Hoffman, Lynch, McCoy, you have to pit. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it was a smart move for Offerman, but, you know, he's kind of stuck there. He's the leader, and look who's 4th place. Fresh tires, and mainly the aggressor in this series and in this race, I'd say, is just Dylan Glass. He's only 3 cars away from a win, and he is in flat-out contention, and he is on the high side.
Can we do something, Tony? Can we pull Dylan, or do you think it's too late to pull?
Are the lights out on the pace car? Where are we at?
No,
here?
we
haven't even collected them. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Dylan here and bring him up to the channel here. Let's see if we can find him in the chat here.
Yeah. AFK, 3rd in line.
He's down in AFK?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There he is. We're going to bring him up here with us real quick. Did I get him?
Nope.
Crap.
Here
You still got time. You still got time. There we go.
Hey, Dylan, you got a copy?
I sure do. Can you?
Yep, we got you. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, man, getting interesting up there, isn't it?
Yes, it sure is.
Dylan, we had our eye on you the whole entire time, and then you were the one that probably led the cars in the pit stop there at the last caution. And what's your plan to get up to the front?
Well, my short run speed is all I have here today, so I'm hoping for one of these guys in front of me to make some contact. Somebody gets slower up out of the groove, and I'm just going to send it in there and hope for the best.
Well, I tell you that, you're definitely one of the fastest cars out there. You just need to keep it clean and keep it low. And we had our eye on you the whole entire time. So good luck, and hopefully you keep it clean, and hopefully no one turns you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. Good race. All right.
They got him back down to AFK there.
Yep.
Yeah. But man, I mean,
I don't know. I put my money on Dylan Glass, finishing with the checkered flag. There's no way that Offerman and Lynch are going to be able to hold him off. Dylan's going to be starting in the. Is he on the high side or the low side?
He's the high side. Yeah.
High side.
Yep.
Okay.
Starting
So
fourth,
I mean, that's not a terrible position for where his line has been all night long. He has been coming from the high end and dropping way down low. So if he's able to get past the 7 car, the 20 and the 24 are just going to be, in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, but I think we're going to come up to 1 green. So, man, I mean, and earlier in the race and mid-ish of the race, we've seen these top 3 for the most part. I mean, Brian Lynch has been there, but he has a shot now. But we've seen, Offerman, Dylan Glass, McCoy, all those 3 just battling as Trey Jackson is going to catch up with the field. He was out there, but I think he repaired some damage, and it's going to help out here. He's still on the lead lap. But, yeah, I mean, these top 3 are just in the top 4 now, so we're going to see some good racing.
Now, Tony, do they get one more green-white checkered, or is this it?
I thought it was 3, and we're about to find out.
Okay.
We're about to find out. Here we go.
We're about to go racing.
Man, it'll be something if Offerman can hold these guys, or him or Lynch, to tell you the truth.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. You know it's going to get tight.
Check up.
Oh. Offerman was able to
Dylan Glass got a little loose.
Oh. No.
And Dylan Glass might be yelling at us right now because we might have just jinxed him in this race.
White flag in the air.
McCoy has the tires. He's going to go around the outside. Brian Lynch is going to have 2 more corners. He's right there. 3 tenths, 2 tenths.
Correct. There's nope.
On turn 3. Offerman may have this. Offerman dominating this race. He will win at Richmond. Man, he almost got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't realize there was a white flag up because they started piling up on the backstretch there.
Yeah, I saw some guys going slow back there. Derek Offerman, your winner, folks. Man, unbelievably held on. Last time he had pitted was lap 79. Good grief. And, I mean, I think the other guys probably thought they had him, too, because he stayed out through a couple of those cautions. Man.
That is just, that's an amazing race right there. I mean, from the, start to finish, even though it's so long, it's still a nail-biter at the end, and that's what I love about it.
Now he's definitely going to be celebrating here for probably the entire night. But strategy was pretty sketch. Sticking on the old tires, but, working it and just getting those jumps on the restart. And that 3 wide helped him out. And he gets here with a checkered flag, and he's going to leave here with 60 points to the good.
10-4. We're going to move them all to the winner's circle here and head on down to the winner's circle here. And hey, guys, Boy, Derek, congratulations, man. What a race. What a race.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. That was fun.
Man, I tell you, I think maybe some of the guys thought they had you stayed out on those last couple of cautions, but didn't seem to affect you whatsoever, man.
Yeah, I felt pretty good on my tires. I wasn't sure if the pit or not. You know, being in first place, you're kind of sitting duck whether you're going to pit, and the rest will come with you. So once I saw McCoy pit, I was kind of scared there at the end.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Nate and his wife Allison. I know they're on their little mini vacation right now watching.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. We'll let you go celebrate, and we'll see you in the playoffs.
Yep, thanks, buddy. Take care.
10-4.
Thanks, Derek.
Hey, here we are going second place, Kyle McCoy. Boy, Kyle, I tell you, you really tried to get that one last jump at him and just couldn't quite get there, huh?
Yeah, I got lucky to get a second shot at him. I was everything I had there, so he definitely did a good job saving tires. I thought he was going to have a little less than he did. And he had just enough. I gave it all I had him off turn 4 there, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 10-4, because you guys definitely were out of sequence with him as far as the pit tire, as far as it stopped. And like I told him, I think you guys thought y'all might have had him because he had stayed out a lot longer there and stuff. But I guess give credit's due. He really hung on there for that win.
Yeah, I knew he had us covered in the long run, so I tried to switch up the strategy in the middle of the race, get a little off sequence, see if I could make my way back up on new tires. And I got up there and used my stuff up and couldn't catch him, and so got lucky and got a late caution. Fortunately, couldn't quite get there, but that was a good race. He was really fast.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, parents watching the stream, everybody watching out there, you guys for doing what you do up there, and looking forward to the playoffs.
10-4, man. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Patrick. Hey, man, congratulations on that third place finish.
Yeah, thanks. Rode around in the back a lot of the race, and that was eventful. Was trying to save fuel earlier and maybe make it on one stop. I didn't think I had the speed to race with those guys tonight, so I tried that, and then at the end I was like, I'd just soon be up here if I can.
10-4, man, and managed to stay out of a lot of trouble. We saw you get around some of those guys that were wrecking at times. Like, man, good grief.
Yeah, and then at the end there, I got into the 32, went back and watched it. I think that was just a case of old tires, new tires. I was way off throttle and got into him, so I apologize to him for spinning him out there. But I think that's just the nature of the beast when you got the old tires and the new tires at the end. But yeah, it was eventful. There were some I was close to tonight, but Derek did a great job. Kyle was fast as always, so they were the class of the field for sure. 10-4,
man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
My beautiful wife for letting me do sim racing. I appreciate her so much.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you. Okay, folks, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Let's move up back to the broadcast channel here, and we'll get up there so that the guys can go and celebrate. And once again, folks, thank you for coming out and joining us here tonight in Midwest Winston Cup Series presented by Excellipath. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll know each time we go live. And we will see you here next week for the playoffs. For everyone here, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.